Esper Reanimator here in Standard. I love it. Looking forward to today's epic list. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we have a mythic list that's a featured deck list from Wizards. Excited to break it down for you in today's episode. Down below, you'll find the timestamps where we walk through the strategy of this list. We'll then go in your boarding there for best of 3. We'll pull it all back together after we go ahead and play that competitive Magic as we always do. We'll do both the best of 1 and best of 3 run with this list here today. So thank you for tuning in. As always, if you happen to have a question or comment throughout today's episode, surely let me know. On top of that, feel free to swing by the Discord server and join the community there as well. All right, so here's what we got going on. Something a little bit different right now, which I really like. In terms of this list, obviously there's a ton of one-offs or two-ofs, which I'm a fan of. It gives you a lot of different variability within your deck. Additionally, you've got to think about some of these different lines of play, so it can add complexity. However, the biggest core components of it are definitely Greasefang. So this is really about reanimation here, so pulling stuff back out of your graveyard onto the battlefield and then essentially being able to play it and then bouncing it back. This is very, very beautiful with Surge Hacker here. So when this thing enters the battlefield, it deals twice damage equal to the number of vehicles you control to a target creature or planeswalker. Then again, we can activate it here with this and then go swinging for 5 with a big menacer and then bounce it back and then replay it the next turn, kind of a thing. So there is quite a bit going on here just from that core mechanic. Additionally, here we have focus on removal with cut down, go for the throat. We have other vehicles like this one. What's really nice though here is by sacrificing another artifact, we can then redo it with Greasefang on the beginning of your turn, combat on your turn. So again, you could sack the stuff that gets bounced in instead of getting it bounced back to your hand, as an example too. So there's a couple of different things, but again, this is whenever it attacks. So just a couple of different things to think about there in terms of play as you kind of load up your artifacts. You crew them. Before you crew them, you sack some of those and play from that perspective. So very, very interesting. We also got Cathar here, so don't forget you can also sack this, destroy your own artifact as well. Here we got Rafine's Informant, so this is going to give us Connive. It's going to allow us to take a look at something. Rona here is great because again we can drop our legendary stuff and then get a look for digging, and also allows us to kick these things out of our hand. We got Can't Stay Away, so allowing us to target creature card with 3 or less from our graveyard. So again, you can kick Greasefang into the graveyard, pull it back here as an example again. And then additionally here we got Tainted Indulgence, Prodigy's Prototype. So whenever one or more vehicles you control attack, create a 1/1 colorless pilot, which is really, really nice as well. We got Rafine here for digging, and Gixian. So whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2. When this dies, return another target creature card with mana 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So lots of stuff going on here, which is awesome. I really, really like the loops in this Esper Greasefang list or Esper Reanimator list. There is quite a bit going on with some different levels of strategy that I'm excited to play here for you today. So if you have a question, comment about that, let me know. If you've played it as well, it's always nice to hear. Now let's go ahead and talk about boarding. We'll break it down against aggro, mid-range, and late game. Aggro list, certainly flipping and cut down is going to be better. Cathar is going to be good. If they're running anything out of graveyard, unlicensed Hearse you're going to want to pull in. Make Disappear can kind of help you as well with the aggro list if you need, because again it is a 2 counter, which can also provide you some coverage versus some of the top end stuff to think about there as well. Now as we move into mid-range, if they're more creature-based, certainly go that route. But if they do begin to have more spell-based stuff, I would consider Duress. Definitely the Make Disappears like we talked about. And then also, again, for your aggro, Depopulate's a good one as well. And then again, you can consider Depopulate in the mid-range. Now, late game, absolutely Duress, absolutely Make Disappear, probably Unlicensed Hearse. Cathar, depending on what you hit as well. You're not going to need to cut down so much, most likely, and go for Throat. You'll have to depend on something else if you're going to need there as well. So that's how you want to think about your board state for your best of one, best of one into your best of three. You're sideboarding against aggro, mid-range, and late game. Again, some of the strategy here, I would really consider this more of a mid-range list in terms of what it's got going on. When it connects, it's going to hit hard, and we want to take advantage of that with our Esper Reanimator, Esper Griefsfang here. So, all right, let's go ahead and play that magic here, as we always do. Excited about this one. A little bit different. Glad we found it in the features list. If you've been following some of the episodes so far here, as we've kind of gotten through a lot of the standard stuff, going in and looking at some of these other lists that aren't always as readily available, except when they're posted via Wizards, gives us a good idea of some other stuff that's out there to play in terms of what's happening in the meta. All right, Fern it is. Unfortunately, we don't have a good mana base here, so we will mulligan. Perfect. We got Griefsfang. I will keep this. I will pitch one of these. We actually don't have that. I do like the 2-drop though. We'll try that. If we lose the Griefsfang, it's gonna be a problem. It was nice to have 2. Looks like we're gonna play a lovely list here from our lovely soldiers list. So that hurts us quite a bit. And again, we don't have any pitching here, which is too bad. Talia is going to slow us down. We'll get that out. Now here's the Surge mech, like we said. So the way this one will work for us, if they have their flyer though here, we're dead. We are absolutely hosed. They're gonna get 6. Okay, good. They don't have it. So now we can decide on what we want to block here. Perfect. We will take this thing off the board. Now, unfortunately here, the good news is we will actually see how this combo works. So by playing this here, now we got 2, we'll hit this. So now all that stuff gets small. Now we can crew it. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it deals twice the damage to the vehicles, target creature. We'll have to keep this up instead of playing it and attacking in, which is too bad. So we'll bounce it. And there's Brutal Cathar to close this out. So a little bit of problems there on the mana base. Even if we would have had some of that, would have been an issue. Aggro is going to be decent against this list. So again, when we go to board for best of 3, we pull in Depopulate, we pull in more direct removal spells. We had some issues there, like I said, with the mana base. If we could have got Raffine in there, it could have been a little bit different. But again, obviously Soldiers is a solid list. All right, so that's our best of 1. Let's go ahead and play best of 3 with this. Here we go. So good that we saw Esper Griefsfang work and kind of how that combo can happen. Arc Linen. All right, we'll keep this for now. It's not great. But we did get our 3 colors. We do have this here. We have this. So we got a number of things that we can actually play with here. We want the white probably, huh? Alright, so in this case, we'll actually play this one first. We'll get our connive off. We're gonna kick this. Because we can get the Greasefang in. We also have Can't Stay Away now.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people... Sacrifices must be made.
Alright, so we can drop this. We'll grab our friend here. Crew. Take Lily off. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. We'll decline it.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
So we can do two things here. Let's go with this. Now we can pull something back here if we want to. Obviously we have this one if we need it as well. So we'll do that. It's not gonna have haste, and we're not gonna be able to bring anything back. We could bring the discard guy back, but wait. And we have this to fill our graveyard if we need to. That hurts. Let's see, board again, discard. So that's going to be a problem for us, obviously. We can do a couple things here now. This is where we will want to grab this guy. This is a 2, so we'll drop this for now. And we can go to 5 if we need to. Let's do this. There we go. Let's get Rafine on. Last zone. Kill spells. Ah, very nice. Now this is going to help us a ton too. Get rid of this for now. Submit to. All right. So good news here is we can get both of these on.
You'll never see me coming. I know something you don't know.
Then we'll keep this one. Well, might as well play it. There we go. Because we still have can't stay away, so we can pull something back in, even if they destroy a few things. Not quite lethal here. But we could flip Rona. This will give us damage. This has menace. Let's think about how we want to do this here. And we can do something can not be blocked. We have a lot we can do here. They can go for 7. We can go for 5. We wouldn't be able to get everything out. So let's do this. Ooh, 1. And then what else do we have in our graveyard here? Let's go with 2.
Now this is a juicy secret.
Alright, so if they take Kato off here, we're still in a decent spot. That's too bad with Rona.
Counterintelligence.
The Flesh Gorger is a problem. Graveyard Glutton Trespasser is a problem. Let's do this. It's not quite lethal yet. Ooh. Ooh. Now we're in trouble on our next turn here. Because they're going to clean house on us. So we do have Kato. Can't block there. Let's see what else we have. It's not gonna matter. Let's see what we get. Do this.
No secret is safe from me. I know something you don't know.
And we'll go to the next one. Oh. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. So pretty much what we need to do is just remove and counter a lot of their stuff. They did get to where they needed to be. Cut down is not good in this deck. These are better. Non-creature, non-land, that's not gonna be great. Cut down's better. Let's see here. Can't stay away, worked out nicely. Exile, it's fine. These are fine. Most of the stuff is okay. We just did not quite connect in the way that I was hoping we would. Is what it is. Slamming the big guy became a problem for us. All right, here we go. We need to get stuff out of our hand, though. I figured they're gonna kill that. The problem for us there was it was a perfect combo that we're unfortunately not gonna hit now. So we'll play this first. All right, there we go. There. Now, in this case, we can actually use this to destroy this here if we need to. But we don't need to do that. What we're going to do instead is play these. So we need them to lose the life. I didn't take it off with Cathar, even though we could, which is why they're killing that. But the one can hit as well. And so here's what we do. We will hit this thing this turn with this. So this is 7. We actually will sacrifice on this. Boom. Dead on arrival with their enchantment. That worked out nicely there for us. So we waited a little bit, loaded the board, dropped the Surge Hack, dealt with the 3/3. All right, third and final tiebreaker here. Arc Linen. We're not first though. Would have been real nice in the 2 into the 3. I really want to keep this hand, which is terrible. We need a blue. If we hit the blue, we're gonna need 2 lands, so it's a bad run. I'm gonna keep this. It's not great. We're missing black. This could be the end for us here. There we go. another creature worm. And we are off to a not so great start. We actually need to play this thing. Good news is we have all this stuff on the board. Bad news is we don't have a creature. Good news is we can hit it with this. Maybe it can't stay away here. It's too much, takes 4. The problem here, though, we don't have that. The way we gotta play this. We can sacrifice the Surge Hack, which I think is what we're gonna need to do, honestly. Which is fine.
Kamigawa friend my family again. I got someone on the inside who can help.
Oh, they got it. They got it. Oh, that's too bad. That is too bad. A lot of thinking, a lot of tweaking. Not the best lineup for us against what we hit today, but it was fun. I really enjoyed that. Play around those mechanics with the Grease Fang. Certainly something there too. I really liked popping those things in and out. Just bad luck. That is what it is. So if we maybe would have got a little bit cleaner there on that third match, could have been different, but it was not. So anyway, really fun. Esper Greasefang, hope you enjoyed today's episode. We did lose to the Soldiers list. We also lost to Mono Black, kind of mid-range there, or Mono Black mid-range. We did beat it in that second match, just couldn't take home the tiebreaker, but it is what it is. So thank you for tuning in. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's episode in the list. Appreciate your support as always. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we grow this amazing community. On top of that, great ways to stay connected down below. Thank you to all the members and all the supporters out there as well. Lastly, we got a ton of great Magic content available to you here on the channel and more coming all the time. With that, enjoy. Good luck with the Reanimator. We saw a lot of great mechanics here. I really wanted to hit that turn 2 Rona into a discard on turn 3, into a Surge Hacker, or into this thing, drop Greasefang and play that. It would have been so beautiful. We were so close, but just didn't quite get there. Maybe you will be. Let me know in the comments as always. And with that said, thank you. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out of here. Enjoy Reanimator.